wasn't picking it up again. I think because you turned off or closed the laptop. It's this one, right? Yeah, it should be. There we go. Cool. All right. Welcome back to Game 2 of Georgia Gwinnett College versus Bryan College in baseball. We had, once again, a little bit of technical issues getting audio going. This time we caught it sooner. First out of the game was just a pop out real quick. Now a 2-0 count on Braxton Maguire.
Avery, how did we finish up after I made the food run? Did we get any traction?
We had a couple of base runners, but we were not able to place them, unfortunately. And that one's fought away. It's going to be a pop out to left field, and there it is caught. I haven't looked at who is in the field yet.
We got Cullen, Cahoon, Morton, Lofton, Cook. I assume that's Dryden in center, and then Stradley over in right. I think we're back to the lineup that we had been seeing from much of the last part of this season.
There you go. And this is A.J. Sepkowski coming up to bat for his first bat of this game. A 1-0 count now.
Who we got on the mound?
This is Ben Zybert.
Okay.
And this is either his second or third time on the mound this year. And that one is swung and hit real high. He got a piece of it, but he hit it straight up.
Yeah.
And that'll be caught by Cade Cook for out number 3. A quick 3 up, 3 down for Ben Zybert.
Yeah,
Good job from him. Just a quick intro to him. He was not able to play because his previous school hadn't sent the transcripts all the way through, like halfway this semester. And so they finally did, and he got to pitch a couple weeks ago, and he's been good. He's one of our harder throwers.
Yeah.
He's a transfer this year. So it's good to see him.
I like his throwing motion. He's got kind of like a whip. I don't know if that's the technical term.
He's real whippy on his motion. So we'll be back in just a moment with our lineup on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back, bottom of the first inning. Lions coming up to bat. Drew, you want to do the lineup again for Game 2? There you go.
Can do, man. All right. For Game 2, we have got Tyler Cullen leading off, as always, in the 2-hole. Bryson Lofton. Dante Morton going to shift over to the 3. Hitting cleanup today will be Bradley Prince. Cade Cahoon to the 5. Cade Cook up to the 6. DH, we've got Cam Mullins.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if he's hit this year, but
he pinch hit the end of last game.
Okay. We got Logan Stradley. He's holding down right field. Center fielder this game is actually Alex Rollins.
Okay. Cool.
And of course you got Ben Zybert on the
mound for the Lions.
Yeah.
On the mound for Georgia Gwinnett College, we have Ben Harris. So we got Ben versus Ben on the mounds in a Ben duel. And the first pitch by Georgia Gwinnett's Ben nearly hit TC in the head. And this one's popped well high, right above the shortstop. He's backing up and will make the catch for out number 1.
Not a bad piece of hitting there. Just got way under it and hit it up.
A couple similarities already. Both Bens are getting guys to pop up high in the sky.
Yeah. And here's a guy I'd be pretty surprised if he did that. That's Lofton's not.
He doesn't do that.
Not a pop-up hitter. He's a contact guy.
He keeps it. He hits a lot of line drives.
Yeah.
Last game he did pop one up, but it was all the way down the left field line and nearly went out. That one was really close. Yeah, Bryson Lofton up to bat. I think the UI has shifted just a little bit. This one's fouled back again.
He's fighting up there. Looks like he's getting him just a little bit off the end of that bat.
Fix that later.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
called strike 3 on the outside corner.
2 quick outs for Georgia Gwinnett.
That's not something you see very often from Bryson.
Yeah.
He usually will fight anything close or just hit it. Up to bat next, we have Dante Morton. That one's popped straight up, probably going over the net.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Nearly hit a toddler right behind the net. That was close. Ooh.
Oh, man. That would have been a disaster. Crisis averted. This wind's doing just about everything it can to make everybody as cold as possible right now.
Apparently.
I feel for the guys out on the field. That's playing in cold weather. Anything is just, ugh.
And an 0-2 pitch to Dante in the dirt for ball 1. This one's fouled back once again. Remains 1-2.
Is this a 7-inning game, Avery? I missed.
I believe it will be.
Okay.
I haven't double checked with anybody who is certain. That one's way off the plate for ball 2. 2-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on.
I know we've got the lights, but I imagine Georgia Gwinnett's looking to either get home in a decent hour or get some rest at a decent hour. So
Yeah.
9-inning would feel a little extreme.
That one nearly hits him on a 3-2 count now. Fills the count. Yeah, it should be 7. We usually do 7 after a 9 and a doubleheader.
Yeah.
They are only like a couple hours away, I believe, in Atlanta. Ooh.
Just a little bit high, I guess.
I don't know how he watched that pitch. That looked too close. Either way, taken for ball 4.
Yep.
And a 2-out ball 4 from Dante Morton, a walk. And Bradley Prince Jr. up to bat. Bradley, once again, the catcher for the game. We're short on catchers a little bit, especially the senior guys. Brad, I believe, is a 5th-year senior. Owen, who was our starter at the beginning of the season, a 6th-year senior, he had to have surgery in his hand.
Okay.
But I believe he's set to return in the next, 2 weeks, which means we may have him back. And that one's in for a called strike 1. We may have Owen back few weeks before the end of the season, which would be really big because it is a lot of wear on a catcher to start every game. It just wears out your knees. You're real tired. There's a swing and a miss from Bradley. He's trying to pull that ball.
Yeah.
But having Owen and Bradley get to trade off on starts so they're not doubling up on a day, it's a big difference.
Yeah. I imagine we'll see some contact from Brad here.
Yeah. He doesn't strike out all that much. 0-2 count. Pitch to Bradley. Yep. And a hard hit ball to the right side, taken on the ground by the second baseman, and he'll have plenty of time to make the out at first. So the pitcher faces 4 batters, puts down 3, scoreless bottom of the first, scoreless first inning overall. And we'll be back in the top of the second inning with Georgia Gwinnett back up to bat on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we're back, top of the second inning. We got the lineup for Georgia Gwinnett College is mostly the same as last game. We got Blaze O'Sabin, right fielder, starting off. Batting second, Braxton Meguar at second base. Batting third, AJ Sepkowski at center field. Batting fourth, and at third base, Paul Winland Jr. And we got a ground ball over to the right side. Batting fifth, and at shortstop, Jackson Cobb. Batting sixth, and at first base, Caden Smith. Batting seventh, in left field, Joe Quelch. Batting eighth in the designated hitter position, Bryce Lesher. And catching this game, the only change, Cohen Wilbanks. And he's batting ninth. And that one just misses to be a ball one. Now we got a 1-1 count on Blaze O'Sabin.
Big fan of the sidearm release, by the way. I knew Harrison pitched. I didn't know he was a sidearmer.
Yeah, we got a couple of sidearmers. We got Harrison, also known as Harry, and we have Chris Bain, who's a lefty sidearmer, also known as Sunshine. Now 2-1 count on O'Sabin. I believe O'Sabin had 6 at-bats in the first game.
Yeah, as the leadoff guy, he got a lot. He was pretty busy.
He got a lot of chances. And there's a foul ball, run the count 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch from Harrison. That one's fought off, foul to the left side. That'll land on the road. They'll scuff up that baseball. Still 2-2.
We'll see how. I'll wait for this pitch.
And the 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3.
We'll see how many innings these relievers get per per outing. We had obviously a little touch and go there at the end of the last game, but
I'm surprised, honestly, that Ben. And there's a leadoff walk from. Well, excuse me, I've been saying this wrong the whole time. This is Paul Winland. This is the second inning. For some reason, I was in my head that we're in the leadoff spot. Yeah, the first 3 went up 3 up, 3 down against Ben Zybert. That was Paul Winland Jr. the whole time. The first game was a long game. Give me a little bit of a break. This is Jackson Cobb coming up to bat, and this is Harrison Price, who had replaced Ben Zybert. I was surprised that Ben didn't stay in because he had a really clean inning.
Yeah.
But I guess he's just on a really short leash. He does throw hard. He's one of the hardest throwers on the team. He's a guy who will be at 90. And there shows bunt, pulls it back, and ball off the plate for a 1-0 count. I could see Harrison going to. I think he's got a little bit more in him, but we will see. And the 1-0 pitch inside, pulls back the bunt once again for 2-0. We have a 2-0 count, and this is Jackson Cobb.
Good pitch.
Yeah, good pitch. Called strike on the outside half. 2-1 now for Harrison. The 2-1 pitch. Runner goes, gets bunt down. Harrison's going to pick it up, throw it to first. Plenty of time. That's a sack bunt. It's going to move the runner first, second. Georgia Gwinnett playing a little bit of small ball. Well, the first half of last game was really close like this, too. Some clean innings, back and forth. So playing small ball like this never hurts. You get a guy in runner and scoring position with 1 out. And this will be Caden Smith, who had a game last game. I think he had 4 or 5 hits. It's going to be a really big out, runner scoring position. 1 out on the board. And the first pitch to him is just off the plate for ball 1.
I'd be surprised if they don't let Harrison go at least 2.
Yeah.
Here, if he's as clean as Ben was.
And there's a called strike 1. A good pitch from Harrison.
Doesn't come with a whole lot of velocity, but when he finds his spots, his placement from up here, it looks pretty excellent.
I think he's a mid upper 70s guy, but he's down at the side. That one's gonna miss inside for ball 2. But I think he's mid, maybe usually upper 70s, but he's from the side slot, so it's a little deceptive. So he's not gonna blow it by guys, but he might miss some barrels or get some grounders and bad contact.
Okay.
That's kind of his style of pitching. That one's roped to the roped to the right side, just off of Tyler Cullen's glove. Right fielder coming in to get it. Runner will hold up at third base, and a bad throw to the plate. But runner will move from first to second. The guy at third will stay where he is.
Cullen almost makes the play there. I mean, it's one of those that, you know, he was at the top of his reach. He probably couldn't give any more to that ball than he gave, and
just missed it.
Just a nice hit from Georgia Gwinnett. I mean, there's not much you can say there. I think he gave it his all.
So that will be an error on freshman Logan Stradley over in right field with that bad throw. And it moves the runner from first to second. Takes away the double play as well. Up to bat, we have Joe Quelch. The first pitch to him is off the plate for ball 1. I think that was a slider coming across. A 1-0 count. Pitch. That was a 2-seamer. Hit on the knob to left field. Runner tags. Throw is offline. And they're going to pick the runner from second.
Nice.
And a great play by the third baseman, Bryson Lofton, to get the out at second. We may have given up a run. Yes. So he did score before that last out was made. And it does not cancel that run because it was not technically the same play. But we'll get out of the inning. 1 run allowed. Still a 1-0 game. Nothing we can't change. 1 hit on 1 run by Georgia Gwinnett and 1 error from the Lions. We'll be back in the bottom of the second inning. Lions a chance to answer on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back, bottom of the second inning. 1-0 in favor of Georgia Gwinnett. Chance for the Lions to answer. And leading off for the Lions, we have Cade Cahoon, the second baseman. I believe Cade had a good last game, right? A couple of hits for him.
I think so. Cade was good in spurts. He held down second base. I think I would expect him to continue here.
And a called strike 1 against Cade. A double check.
This guy has got some heat behind that fastball. That's an off speed.
Cade went 1 for 4.
I thought he had 2 hits. Huh?
A hit's a hit.
Yep.
1 for 4 is still a 250 average. Not going to complain about that. And that one's a swing and a miss for strike 2. 1-2 count now on Cade Cahoon. Looking for his second hit of the day. First one of this ball game. And the pitch. Grounder over to the right side.
Oh,
first baseman dives and misses it. Kind of an ugly dive. Like he got stuck on his glove or something.
Yeah, I thought I don't know if there was any need to dive. I'm not totally sure on that, but
he probably judged it being a little farther out, but when he dove, it looked like he hitched on his glove when he landed and just didn't even stick his glove out. Regardless, that'll be a single for Cade Cahoon, his second hit of the game. Or second hit of the day, first hit of the game. And batting next, we have Cade Cook. I believe he's in left field this game. Yes, he is. And he showed bunt, pulled it back. Did not go, says the field umpire. So that will be a 1-0 count. Runner at first, no outs. Cade Cahoon got pretty decent speed at first base. As you expect a middle infielder too. And there's a pick to first.
Lucky to keep that one in front of him. Looks
Yeah.
like he caught it with the bottom of his glove, the other side of his glove, not those when you're supposed to catch it with.
First baseman blocking it up, reminiscent of a catcher, rather than picking it because of where it landed. And the pitch almost hits Cade in the face. That'll be a free base for Cade Cahoon. And that's getting confusing because there's two Cades on at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cade Cook at the plate nearly gets hit in the head. Cade Cahoon takes a free base from first to second. 2-0 count now on Cade Cook.
You think we still see the bunt here?
Well, with him at second, probably
Yeah,
not.
That's what I was thinking.
He might show bunt
Yeah.
just to keep them on their toes. You see the corners are in, preparing for a bunt. But Cade Cook's got power. I would want him.
Yeah, I'd want him swinging.
I want him swinging if possible. It looks like he's not even going to show bunt. And there's a high fly ball to right center field. They're both going back. And he's going to get off his glove at the warning track. Runners are going to tag up and go. Cade Cahoon going around third base. And he's in at home. And Cade Cook will safely make it to third on a triple.
Nice.
A stand-up triple for Cade Cook. I think they could have gunned Cade at third.
They absolutely could have. He was way out.
Yeah. He was not even halfway when that ball got to, I think that was the second baseman or the first baseman on the relay. But
yeah, trying to protect the plate.
Yeah, they're trying to keep that run from scoring.
But
it was no out, so that out would have only been helpful, but it wouldn't have stopped anything. Now runner at third, no outs, and the first pitch is called strike. Looked inside to Logan Stradley. No, this is Cameron Mullins.
This is Cam Mullins. Yeah, you leave the guy in scoring position and you give up the run. I mean, that's worst case scenario in what you're trying to do.
Big swing and a miss from Cameron Mullins right there. Yeah, great position for the Lions to be in. 90 feet away is the go-ahead run. No outs on the board. And there's a pop fly well out of play. That puts some cars in danger. No, it's going to land down the hill. That's going to sit right at the bottom of that ramp. And this one's grounded over to the right side. Another foul ball. Still 0-2.
Looks like he didn't really want that one.
Yeah, he's just protecting at this point.
Yeah. Oh, he got him. My goodness.
Wow.
Cook got caught.
Yeah.
Too much leadoff.
Back pick by the catcher. I happened to turn away because there's something going on to our left. A back pick by the catcher gets Cade Cook at third. That hurts. And was it a pickoff? It wasn't a pickoff, right?
No, it was by the catcher.
And there's a strikeout looking on Cameron Mullins. I was wondering why the count never changed because it was 0-2 before and 0-2 after.
They must have just forgot to do it.
Yeah, they must have just missed the ball to hit the button on it.
But, yeah, I mean, that was a heck of a play by the catcher.
Yeah, good throw. He caught Cade Cook leaning. And there's a hard hit ball to left center field. But it will be caught, hung up in the air just a little bit too long, and that will end the inning. But the Lions have not taken the lead. They've tied it back up, still now 1-1. We have 1 run on 2 hits. Georgia Gwinnett has 1 run on 1 hit, and we have an error.
We're going to get a new pitcher, too.
Yeah, more than likely. We'll see who's out the next inning. But we'll be back on the top of the third. Georgia Gwinnett up to bat on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back, top of the third inning. Leading off for Georgia Gwinnett, we have Bryce Lesher. On the mound for the Lions, another new pitcher, third one of the game. We got Tanner Everett doing double duty today. He pitched just last game through an inning, and I believe the 8th. And now he's back for inning number 3 of this one. And there's a swinging strike one. Good start.
Yeah, Lesher had a pretty nice game last time out. I believe he had at least 2 hits, drove in a few runs.
He went 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs. He was the main problem on their offense for us.
Yeah.
0-2 count pretty quickly on him. This would be a really big out to get him the first time through. We didn't get him until I think his 4th AB.
Yeah, I think it was the last one he had.
That one just misses above the zone. Look at a slider or a cutter coming back.
Everett's got a really compact motion. It's not very long, but he packs a lot of punch when he comes over the top.
That one's fouled back. Will land on the hill. That nearly hits a car. Good luck finding that one. That just rolled halfway across the parking lot. All right, 2-2 count on Lesher from Mullins. No, excuse me, from Everett. That one's in the dirt. Good block by, man, my mind isn't working. That's Bradley Prince behind the plate.
It's okay, man. I thought my whole body was shutting down after last game.
It's cold out here.
Can't imagine these guys playing out there.
But it's a 3.5-hour first game. It was long.
Yeah.
Full count now on Lesher. And the payoff pitch from Mullins. Popped up and another foul ball. That one's going to get scuffed up. Right to a kid, and it bounces over him.
Yeah, I think we jinxed it because our first 6 innings were so quick.
We talked about it, yeah.
It was awesome. And I was like,
the announcer curse, man.
yeah,
it's real.
Happens every time.
That one's pieced down the right side, but well foul. That'll land halfway up the hill and roll back down to the bullpen. That might be Ryan over there going to get it. I can't quite tell. Still 3-2. I think this is pitch number 8 or something like that. And it just misses off the plate for ball 4. Really close pitch. A good spot from Everett, but he doesn't get the call at the plate. And we'll have a leadoff runner with no outs. We just can't quite put Lesher down. No outs, runner on first. Up to bat, we have Cohen Wilbanks. This is the only change from their lineup last game. The new catcher coming in to replace, I think it was Lee. Matthew Lee, that's right. And that one's in for ball 1. I do see some action in our bullpen. Likely for next inning, though. That one's a bunt.
Yeah.
Down the line and foul.
I would say the way the first game went that they'll probably just stick to this 1 inning
More than likely.
per pitcher unless something gets out of hand within the inning.
Well, there are some guys they may let go too, but I doubt Tev is going to have a 2-inning outing after pitching earlier. This is his 2nd inning. Now 1-1 count on Wilbanks and a pick off to first. Not quite in time, keeping him close. He's got a really good move, him and Allman both.
Yeah, they turn on a dime. They're throwing the ball before they even turn, which is...
They've got complete confidence in where it's going. Still a 1-1 count. That pitch, he does put down a bunt. It's going right down the line, well placed. A toss to first just in time, but it will get what he wanted, move the runner to second. That's the 2nd sack bunt in 2 innings.
Good play, good hustle from Everett there. That was not an easy one to track down. He got there just in time and flipped it to the first baseman.
We got a umpire saying something down the line. I'm not sure what the call is. He's sending the runner back to first. I wonder if we're calling some kind of interference play. I'm not sure exactly what the call is. I know that the guy who ran to first from the plate is not very happy about it. Head coach for Georgia Gwinnett coming out too to ask about it.
He didn't seem too upset with the call there. Maybe that's just he just wants to get home, or maybe he agrees with the call.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, you can only argue so much. There's not
Yeah.
really a review. You can ask the other umpire for help,
Yeah.
but that will be 1 out, and the runner's back at first. So I'm guessing it had to be some kind of interference call, and so he
Yeah.
was automatically out, and they put the runner from first back where he came from.
Think he veered it out off the base
He
path?
may have either been in the way of, well, being in the way of the throw is one thing. There's some base pad stuff. He also might have just tipped the ball. Like, he
Okay.
might have, if you touch a batted ball, so a ball that hasn't been touched since being
Right.
hit, as a runner, you're automatically out.
Okay.
And the play freezes right there. So it's possible that he touched it after the bunt, they called him on that, or he was in the way of the throw. You see those double lines down the right field,
course.
the baseline. Technically, the runner going to first has to stay to the right of those lines. And a hard hit ball, grounder to the shortstop, play at second out, and is safe at first, just misses the double play. We get the lead runner. Now 2 outs. But yeah, there's been some controversial calls in the MLB with those double lines where I think it was a drop third strike, and the runner was kind of in between, maybe on that leftmost line, the foul line, and he gets hit by the throw from home plate, and they call him out for being in the way of the throw.
Okay.
But apparently specifically for the first base line, you need to be in foul territory running up the line in case you get hit, technically. And there's a pick to first, not in time. Up to bat next, we have Braxton Meguiar. He's up for his second time this game. Yeah, so I'm wondering if either he touched the batted ball by accident or was in the way of the throw. We'll see. We'll see if they've actually put it in. Wilbank's out on batter's interference. That's all we've got in our thing. So some kind of interference call. All right, yeah, 2 outs works for us. 1-0 count on Meguiar. Go ahead.
A big call there because, I mean, the runner, we specifically got that that second out off that runner having to go back to first base. If he's in scoring position, then
he'd be at third base.
He's either at third base or, have to hold him there or just
it would,
different things.
with that grounder to shortstop, it would be runner at second, grounder. He would move to third on the throw to first because we have to take that second out. So instead of runner at first 2 outs, we have runner at third 2 outs, and then all it takes is a blue pit to score a run. Whereas now, hopefully not, but a single wouldn't score a run.
1 runner on first.
So we got a 1-1 count, runner on first, 2 outs. And the pitch popped up. That will be out of play, foul. It's going to land on the road again. We've been really beating up some baseballs, putting them on the pavement.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, that's a microcosm of Georgia Gwinnett's lefty, how lefty heavy they are.
They keep hitting it that way. Usually we'll have guys hitting it into the trees behind the right field side the other way. But these guys, when they're late, they're hitting on the road. And a 1-2 count. The pitch up above the zone. That might have been intentional, though.
Yeah.
Because you see Bradley Prince was geared up to throw. If he puts it there on purpose, that's the best spot for the catcher to jump and throw to second.
Thinking the runner's going to second.
Yeah, they probably planned for that when they were ahead in the count. And that one's hard hit.
Man.
Nearly hits the runner between first and second. Fielded cleanly by the right fielder, Logan Stradley. And that will be, well, I think I called it. I think I may have talked it into existence. But a single, no run scored. First and second, 2 outs.
Man, that was really close to hitting that base runner. He just kind of got caught in no man's land. That ball was coming straight at him.
If it had hit him, too, it would have ended the inning.
Yeah.
It would have been another, it would have been runner's interference, I believe. But it just missed him. He actually covered up the second baseman from seeing it for a second because he was in the way, which you can do as long as it doesn't touch you. And now it's first and second on that single, 2 outs. Can I cause something else to happen? What about, oh, no.
Not that.
I was not about to say that. The left fielder didn't even move.
Yeah, that was tanked. Yeah.
Well, I was about to say a strikeout ends the inning, but I guess we're not getting that quite yet.
That is a brutal gut punch for the Bryan Lions, but, I mean.
There's a reason their offense is ranked where it is.
He just found his pitch and, I mean, took it hard.
I think
that was nuked.
He just left a fastball up, and fastball up is dangerous, especially at this level. Hitters are generally better than pitchers at this level, and that's just going to happen. Is it just me, or do they sound like the birds from Nemo?
They do make quite a distinct sound whenever they score a run, that's for sure.
Still 2 outs, no one on this time. This is Paul Winland Jr. up again, his second at bat. I believe he walked in his first time through. Now it's 4-1 in favor of Georgia Gwinnett. And the pitch from Everett, big swing and a miss, strike one.
And Everett, I think while I've been here in Everett's pitch, he's given up some home runs this year. I believe I think that's just kind of his style.
That one's hit straight up, high in the air. Center fielder going over. It's hit surprisingly deep, but it is within the park.
Yep.
And that will be caught for out number 3 to end the top of the third inning. 3 runs scored by Georgia Gwinnett, 4 runs on 3 hits for them, 1 run on 2 hits for us, and we've given up an error. We'll be back, 3-run ball game with our chance to respond in the bottom of the third on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we're back, bottom of the third inning. Lions up to bat and batting for the Lions. Leading off this inning, Alex Rollins, who I believe is in center field. That's right. He replaced
Daniel
Dryden in center field. Now, Rollins is a really good defensive player. Looking to see his bat get going. And that one's hit hard to center field. Center field arranging back. It's going to catch just in front of the warning track. Hard hit ball. You pull that and it's probably gone. Center field was really big here. But he hit it into the deepest part of the park where there's plenty of room, and it didn't go quite where he wanted. Still a good piece of hitting by Rollins on the first pitch.
That jumped.
It jumped. He hit it hard. I saw him hit his first career home run this fall. Against live pitching at Bryan, at least. So I think he's got it in him to hit it again. Looking to see it happen at some point. Batting next, we have Tyler Cullen. We're back at the top of the order. And, oh, my goodness. He ducked underneath it. It went over him, and they got a called strike on it. 0-1 count on Cullen. That one definitely is there. 0-2. That first one, I'm not sure cut back enough. It actually went over him.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been pretty close for me, too. I don't know if I would have given it to him.
That one misses just off the plate. Catcher tries to frame it. Doesn't get the call. 1-2 on Tyler Cullen. Anything close, I'm assuming swinging like that.
Yeah.
Good fight off for Tyler Cullen. Another one of those, I think they're sliders that are coming across the plate.
Yeah. Cullen homered in the last game.
He did. He had a big piece.
Yeah.
He gave us the lead initially before we lost it for it to not return. And that one's pieced well foul into the trees behind. That's where we usually hit foul balls.
Yeah.
Those are easier to get to sometimes.
We've got a kid going after it. I'm not sure how much success he's going to have.
There's Briars up there. I would wager he's not getting it. We got another grounder. This one going to the away dugout. He pulled it.
Now, we'll say Cullen's not putting anything in the field of play here just yet, but pitch count matters. And getting up, we can get these starters up a little bit higher.
He's really fighting it off.
Yeah.
And I've got 29 pitches. That doesn't include the at-bats, so he's probably like 34 or 35.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's another one of those sliders that started up and in, came all the way back across the plate for a called strike 3.
That's a pretty deadly pitch.
That one, I think, definitely landed. I was hoping he would swing at it, but he got frozen again on a pitch inside. Batting next for the Lions, Bryson Lofton, also known as Bobo. He's our big hitter for the team. Leads in average, I think doubles, home runs. pretty much everything but stolen bases as far as offense goes. Yeah. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in his first at bat, but it was a strikeout looking on a questionable call on the outside corner. And the next pitch to him, just above the zone for ball number 2. 2-0 count.
And this is a guy you see. I'll wait for the pitch. This is a guy that you see, pitcher up there has felt very comfortable today. And then Bryson steps in the box and he throws him 2 straight balls just trying to throw around him. And you see right there, he's trying not to leave that fastball anywhere close to the middle.
You put it over the middle of the plate, I have absolute confidence he's going to hit it 350 plus. He pieces those. And a 3-1 count, exactly when you want to see that, and it's going to hopefully drop. No, it is caught right at the edge of the center fielder's range. What probably would have been a base hit in most fields was caught by the center fielder for out number 3. That will end the bottom of the 3rd inning. No hits, no runs. 4-1 favor of Georgia Gwinnett. We'll be back in the top of the 4th with Georgia Gwinnett up to bat on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we're back, top of the 4th inning. Leading off for Georgia Gwinnett, we have Jackson Cobb. And that one's kind of a swinging bunt down the line. It's going to go foul for strike 1. Oh, 1 count on Cobb. We got Connor Carter on the mound for the Lions, number 18.
This is an exciting game for me, Avery, because I get to see everybody pitch. I mean, I'm not here too often, and I get to see basically everybody who's got an arm on the team get a shot at it. So I mean, that to me is worth how cold it is outside.
You're going to get to see a lot of guys you may not see normally, because normally, preferably, you'd see one starter for 5 of the innings, and then at least half the game is gone by that point, and then you'll see probably 3 guys. If it goes badly, 4 or 5 guys out of the pen. We've already seen, I think, 9. I believe we've seen 8 or 9 arms at this point.
Yeah.
Actually, we saw, what, 7 guys last game?
7 in the first game.
And
we've seen 4, so 11 total.
Yeah, this is number 4. So, yeah, this is the most guys you'll see in a day, more than likely.
And we completely talked through Carter's strikeout. That was a really nice pitch he got him to bite on.
Maybe that's what works. Maybe we just need to talk through it. But I don't really want to cover the play-by-play. Yeah, good strikeout by Connor Carter, first out of the inning. He's at, was that a 3-pitch strikeout?
Yeah, I don't think there were any balls.
Okay, it says 3 on here. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how we talked through just 3 pitches. I assumed it was longer than that.
Yeah.
Well, he's thrown 4 straight strikes then at that point.
Yeah, he had the bunt foul and then just 2 nice pitches.
This one's another swing and a miss, strike 2.
He's got a really nice, is this a changeup?
I'm assuming that's his changeup, yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah. He's got a really nice changeup. It kind of sweeps, if that's a baseball term, kind of sweeps in there. And it really throws off their timing.
Oh, it's hard hit.
Ooh.
Weird hop, caught well by Tyler Colin. He reacted really well. That one hit right at the edge of the grass and tried to jump right over him. And he got up to it in time. That'll be out number 2. A quick 5-pitch for 2 outs. 2-pitch out right there. So, knock on wood, he's only thrown strikes so far this inning.
Yeah.
And I am all for it. And I could, if he gets out of this in the same manner, I could see him coming right back in. It'd be like 8 pitches total.
Yeah. And why not reward the guy for coming in and doing a good job?
Oh, yeah. Well, and we need guys to take as many innings as possible. And that one's roped to the left side. First pitch of the at-bat, didn't use much. And he's taking a big jump to second, but he's going to hit the brakes pretty hard. I think he missed the coach's sign that he does not need to keep going.
Or he was just, looked like he may have just been having some fun. I'm not going to lie.
That will be a 2-out single. Batting next, we have Bryce Lesher, who walked last time through.
And he's still only thrown 7 pitches.
Yeah.
He's seen 3 batters.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad pace for him as a reliever.
He's getting guys to swing for sure. 0-0 count. Bryce Lesher up to bat. Runner on first and 2 outs. That is a good pickoff, and he got him. And it remains at 7 pitches, a 3-up, 3-down inning in the end. And what a way. That's some momentum right there on that. Good pickoff by Connor. We'll be back in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lions a chance to return and tie the game or take the lead back. We'll be back on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th inning. Ben Harris back on the mound for Georgia Gwinnett. Leading off for the Lions, Dante Morton, our shortstop. And he is 0 for 0. I believe he walked earlier.
Yep.
Did he get hit or was it just a walk?
Just a walk. Yeah, he went down early, I believe, 1-2 count, and just kept battling. He just kept battling, kept watching pitches, and he eventually got the base.
I think he was one of the guys that nearly got hit in the head.
Yeah.
Early in the count. Cade Cook did. And that first pitch was called ball, and this one's fouled back.
Right now, if you're Bryan, you're looking for the spark. I mean, I use that term a lot, but it really does ring true. I mean, you're looking for the, what's going to start us off, what's going to get us into this game, and give us the confidence to continue through this game, to keep picking up runs, to keep getting outs, to keep getting out of innings.
Well, momentum's very real in sports.
Yeah.
When guys are fired up, they're much more likely to perform well. And when somebody starts it off while everybody's cold, it just makes it so much better. And, yeah, that was not a call that anybody on our side liked.
Oh, my goodness. That was
inside pitch on the white line called strike 2. And I'm surprised they didn't ring him up right there.
I mean, that last pitch was way outside. But, man, I think the movement kind of fooled him. I think only explanation for that.
And he just hummed that one in there.
Walk again.
Yeah, he walked him, full count walk. That pitch had to have been his hardest throw of the day. That looked like it was 90 plus. Up to bat next, Bradley Prince Jr., the catcher for the Lions. He's 0 for 1 this game, looking for his first hit of this one. Runner on first, no outs. And the pitch.
Prince had some nice contact last at bat. I believe, if memory serves correct, ground out to second.
Yeah, I believe so.
Second baseman was deep, too, and it got to him pretty quick.
That one was the pitch, 0-1 count. That one was kind of up middle in the zone. I'm surprised he wasn't there swinging for it immediately. The 0-1 pitch, runner coming in for a bunt.
Nice. Fooled the pitcher there, made him throw something out of the zone.
A 1-1 count now. Third baseman really running in. Honestly, with him coming in that far, I feel like you just tap a ball over him.
Yeah.
It only has to go like 70 feet to give you a single. And he's still showing bunt. Puts it down the right field line. Gets it immediately, but it does what it's supposed to do. And we got a runner going to third base on that. And he's safe. Dropped the ball.
He was safe. I think he was safe anyways.
He was safe. He called him safe, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So dropped ball at first base for him to be safe there. Throw to third, not in time to get Dante, and he dropped the ball.
Man, Dante was was moving around that base, man.
Dante has speed.
I thought there was no way he could get there with that guy picking that ball immediately up at first, but he got there, man. That was impressive. I think we're going to get a courtesy runner now, but that's absolutely a killer for Georgia Gwinnett. You go from an easy out and a man on second to now runners on first and third.
We got our tying run at the plate.
Yeah.
And who's after Bradley Prince? This is Cade Cahoon. He's 1 for 1 on the game already. Got a chance to tie it here.
Yeah.
And he'll take that for strike 1. We got Logan Stradley, courtesy running now for Bradley Prince.
I think that's Dryden.
Dryden, excuse me. Yeah. Center fielder for last game, Daniel Dryden. I don't know why I said Stradley. That one's kind of bumped up the middle. He'll get the out at second.
Oh,
he got the out at first. Double play, but that will score a run.
Yeah. Run gets in.
He barely got him.
Yeah. That's not ideal, but the run did get home. That batter did his job.
It is not technically an RBI, though.
Yeah.
Because if it's a double play, you don't get an RBI for it because they're assuming there's a fielder's choice at that point to not allow the run. And that one's in there for a called ball 1. He's starting to hum those baseballs in. He definitely ramped it up.
Yeah. Seems like he's hitting his prime in this game right now.
That one's ball 2, just below the zone, it looks like. Got Cade Cook up to bat. He's 1 for 1 as well and scored an RBI. He hit Cade Cahoon home in the bottom of the second when we answered and tied initially. That one's well inside, nearly clips him. Now 3-0 count. Wait, when did he call it a strike? Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think scoreboard was a little bit confused right there. Yeah, 3-0 on Cade Cook. Most likely an auto take right here. And there's ball 4.
This umpire has not been receptive to any outside pitch whatsoever so far. We'll see Cam Mullins.
I think the only one we got was the strikeout to who is it? Bobo. Early in the game, I believe he got him on it.
Yep.
It was a kind of outside off the plate pitch. I got runner on first, 2 outs, and a big swing by who's that? That's Cam Mullins up for his second at bat. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. This is his second at bat of the game, or excuse me, third at bat of the game. He pinch hit in the first game of the day, not the game. The second at bat of this game.
I actually went to high school with Cam. I'd like to see him do well here.
Yeah, I'd like to see him do well. I want the Lions to win. The Bryans. I keep doing that. At 0-2 count now, down quickly. 0-2, 2 outs, runner on first. Tying run at the plate. And this one's hard, hit to right center field. That's going towards the wall. That will be picked up on the one hop. It's going to be a single. Runner goes first to third. And a hard throw to the plate goes off the mound.
Seen that. That may have been off the rubber piece.
I think it was. It hit the mound, maybe the rubber hard, and went straight up and still right to the catcher.
Wow.
If we'd gotten lucky, that would have ricocheted and he would have scored on it.
Yeah.
But they got a lucky hop and it still kept going straight.
Nice piece of hitting from Cameron Mullins.
Good job to Cam. And now tying run at first.
Finally didn't lift it too much.
Yeah.
You didn't. Finally.
Well, he pieced that ball too. It got down in a hurry. Up to bat next, Logan Stradley, the freshman. He's 0 for 1 looking for his first hit of the game and the day. He got a couple at bats earlier. Still 0-0 after a pickoff. The first was not in time. We got first and third, 2 outs. I'm not sure we'll be running. And there's a called strike 1. That one just misses. Ball 1. Now 1-1 for Stradley. And a pick off to first once again. One on Logan Stradley. And the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not go. 2-1.
I didn't think he went either.
I think he checked it.
It was. I mean, he was clearly. Yeah, he didn't get to that point of no return.
If it had been a fastball, he would have gone.
Yep.
But that was a slider. Went away. He recognized it and held back. That one's a fastball just above the zone. 3-1. The ultimate hitter's count right here. If he throws him a fastball in the zone, I think he's going to lay for it. He's just going to go in.
Anything out of the outfield here scores a run.
Anything out of the infield, just a single.
Or infield, excuse me. I said outfield, didn't I?
And that was the fastball. He fouled it back. That went off a tree. Loud clunk. It's going to roll down the hill towards the turtle.
Not going to have to go too far for that one.
It almost hit the trainer down there.
Yeah.
3-2 now, full count. Flags waving at the scoreboard. Got the wind picking up, and there's a pickoff, not in time. Really trying to keep him close over there at first. Full count, 3-2. And the payoff pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Strike 3.
That's too bad. That's two base runners left.
It was a big chance to tie it or at least cut it even closer than it is.
Yeah.
There's a cute puppy running down the road right now.
Yeah, that dog is adorable. It's been running back and forth. I'm going to have to pet it at some point.
But that is it for the bottom of the 4th inning. We scored 1 on a couple hits, 4-2, Georgia Gwinnett. We'll be back in the top of the 5th on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back, top of the 5th inning, 4-2, Georgia Gwinnett. Georgia Gwinnett up to bat, and leading off is Bryce Lesher for his 3rd time this game. He is still, no, this is the 2nd time. He didn't finish his at bat last time.
Yep. That's right. Pickoff move in the last inning.
And this one's popped up. I thought I hit the light pole for a second. It just disappeared in the lights.
I will say I'm a little disappointed that Carter's not back. I enjoyed watching him pitch. I mean,
yeah, he had a clean inning.
I don't want to bash any other reliever, of course. I enjoyed watching him pitch. I was hoping they'd leave him out there as kind of a reward, but looks like they're sticking to the 1 inning per pitcher. So
yeah, looks like it. Making sure that at least they'll be somewhat rested next time.
Yeah.
We do have a few guys that don't get to pitch much.
Yeah.
So they can, if they all go 1 inning, it still works out. We got Landon Lee on the mound for the Lions. He's a true freshman. This is, I think, his 5th or 6th appearance of the year. I don't remember the exact number. He's been out a few times. His first 2 were both in relief of my brother before he was hurt. Well, and including the day he was hurt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about pitching anymore, but it seems that's probably the most commonly injured, or definitely the most commonly injured baseball position.
Any player can get injured the same way, but pitchers put so much stress on their arms. Yeah. Probably the most common injury is UCL damage or shoulder.
Yeah.
It's really easy to damage those two, but position players get them too if they overdo it. It's just that pitchers throw so much more and so much more often at max intent that it's easier to happen. And the 3-1 pitch called strike on the outside corner. A great spot by Landon. Now to run the count full to the first batter, and he drops the ball in the throwback.
Yeah, it looked like he was assuming he was going to catch that, and he was flipping over to his arm for the wristband, or the armband, whatever you call it. And he didn't catch the ball before he got to the wrist or the armband.
And the payoff pitch from Landon. In the dirt, ball 4. So I think another leadoff walk. Is that right?
Yeah, we've had 2 at least.
Up to bat next for Georgia Gwinnett, we have Cohen Wilbanks, his 2nd AB of the game. He's the catcher for GGC. He's 0 for 1, looking for his first hit. We got a pinch runner at first base. They're really trying to keep that lead up.
Yeah, Georgia Gwinnett, since we're playing a 7 inning, this would be around the time in the game that they went last time. And they're obviously looking to do the same here.
Yeah, 4-2 in favor of Georgia Gwinnett. Still anybody's game with a 2-run difference. And there's a passed ball. It's going to be a free base for, let me check who the base runner was.
I think it's 27. Yeah, 27. I've got it here.
This is Dingus or Dingus. I don't really want to say Dingus. That sounds Dingus. Let's see what his first name is. Brett Dingus, pinch running for Lesher. And he is now at second. There's a bloop hit to shortstop. He's having to run into it. Does not get it out of his glove in time. And that will be an infield single. Because there was no throw on the play, and he didn't misplay it.
Yeah.
So that's another hit for Georgia Gwinnett.
Another pinch runner.
And another, well, that's a courtesy runner this time.
Oh, that's the catcher?
Yeah, because it's their catcher, yeah. So now runners on first and third with pinch runner and courtesy runner. So we expect them to be pretty fast. And at the plate, the leadoff batter, Blaze O'Saban. He's 0 for 2 this game. Landon Lee in a bit of a tight situation now. Gonna have to fight back. First and third, no outs. I would say it's worth it to take a run if we get the double play.
Yeah, agreed.
Runner takes a big lead, chose bunt, called strike. He pulled back on the bunt. Lofton running in to cover.
And I assume the runner, if he goes, won't need to slide. I assume they won't throw here.
Do it. Oh, throw home.
Yeah.
It depends on how quickly they field it.
Yeah.
If he takes a huge lead and they have the ball in hand, they may take him in the rundown to preserve the lead or the run differential.
Okay.
But if they get it, let's say over at shortstop and he's over halfway home,
Yeah.
I'd say they roll 2 on it.
I was talking about. I assume if he steals, they won't.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
Catcher might not throw here.
With no outs, yeah, there's a good chance he won't.
Yeah, he goes. Yeah.
And he's just going to take the frame.
Yeah.
Strike 1. Yeah, strike 2. Excuse me.
Yeah, I assumed it.
Yeah, and there goes the double play.
Yeah.
It is 0-2. A strikeout would be really big here.
That's the thing. You can't pick off move that guy forever at first, so that's almost bound to happen as the at bat goes on. If you don't get
Well, and
first
some of the other
pitch.
guys have had really good pickoffs, and
Yeah.
Landon, I don't think he has quite the same level. And that one's fought back, popped up, shallow right field. Actually, not even getting to right field. Caught by Tyler Cullen at first base. Runners will freeze where they are, and there's 1 out. The same effect as getting a
Yeah.
strikeout, just not as nice.
Nice. Yeah, that's important though.
It
1
is
out
big.
on the board.
1 out, runners stay where they are.
Yeah.
No double play yet. No potential for that. But we can still get the 2nd out here. And they're playing infielders all in. They're going to fight to keep that lead or to keep that run from scoring.
And good for them. Protect the plate.
I'm surprised he didn't get that call, but then the catcher just dropped the ball there.
Yeah. Didn't let the umpire look at it.
I think if he managed to frame it right there, he might have gotten that call. 1-0 on. This is Braxton Meguiar.
This is the guy that got hit in the first game.
Yeah,
Hitting the wrist. He was down for a bit.
he got doubled up in the first inning too. He was that first the only double play. And Landon really just tried to pump that one in. That'll be ball number 2. Meguiar's 1 for 2 this game, no strikeouts. Looking for his first hit. Landon looking to shut him down. And the pitch. Up and out for ball 3. Now a 3-0 count on Meguiar. I think the worst thing you can do here is throw it middle and let him hit it with a open base at first, and we'd be getting back the force play. Shallow hit to center field. He's coming in. It will drop down for a base hit. Runner will score. And now it is 5-2 in favor of Georgia Gwinnett. We do now have double play potential. Run score, no outs.
And that's one of the fastest guys in the program back there, Alex Rollins.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't able to get to it, there's
Not
probably
many guys can.
Yeah.
If anybody. He would have had to have a perfect jump probably and the same level of speed.
Yep.
There's not many guys who can do that. But it does drop. I think maybe a walk would have been better, but it is what it is. 1 out, runners first and second. Double play is in order. And we have A.J. Sepkowski, I believe is what we called him. And there's a pass ball and a double steal. Runner takes an aggressive turn at third. And there goes the double play.
I will say this for the Lions pitchers today. Georgia Gwinnett comes in, I believe, leading the nation in home runs. And only 1 given up here today across a game and a half of play so far.
1 or 2? Did they? Oh, they almost had a couple last game.
Yeah.
They had a couple wall bangers.
Yeah.
You got a 1-0 count on Sepkowski. Oh, they intentionally walked him, it looks like. He's sending him to first to load the bags. Like what I was saying before, it might have been better if they'd walked him because there's no steal.
Yeah.
There's double play at every bag. You can force play at home. So anything on the ground, you can prevent a run, even if you don't end the inning.
Yeah, that's a good call. I like that. You take away a bunch of possibilities for Georgia Gwinnett. Now they've got to get a base hit. They've got to have something in the outfield, and you kind of give yourself the most control with bases loaded.
It kind of looks like the plan today, everybody's trying to go their inning. There's a hard ground to the right side, just out of reach of Tyler Cullen, and missed by the right fielder, Logan Stradley. That's going to go all the way to the wall. 2 runners score. The 3rd runner's coming around. And the guy who hit what should have been a single is now at third base.
Man, that's disheartening.
Mm-hmm.
That's a gut punch.
And that's not Landon Lee's fault. He got that grounder in the infield.
Yeah. And a good attempt there by Cullen. It was probably a little out of his reach.
Like, it's nothing on him for not catching that, but the
Yeah.
right fielder, that was the worst thing that could have happened. If he fields that cleanly, probably just one runner scores, possibly two in a play at the plate.
Yeah, I could see two. It was back there in right field. I could see two scoring.
Well, he was charging forward. It was kind of halfway in. There's a good chance he makes a throw and the runner holds up. Still bases loaded, but that cleared the bags and put him on third. Infielders in. We got one out, no double play. And the reason they're playing in is so they have a shorter throw to home plate. And there has to be a tag since there's no force play there. 0-1 count. And the pitch in the dirt.
Yeah.
And it's past him. He's going to score on a pass ball. What I was going to say a moment ago before that hit was it looks like their game plan is to try to let pitchers go as far as they can to complete the inning until they're sure that it's just not going to happen.
Yeah. And I don't think Lee's necessarily done the worst job here. He's
kind of gotten the wrong end of the stick on a few plays.
He's having a rough go about it. And there's not much more you can say, honestly.
I mean, 1-1 count, one out, nobody on. There's not really a harm in leaving him at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, you
save
might as
the
well
guy.
See if he can do it without having to go back to your bullpen in 2 in 1 inning.
I'm sure they got guys planned for the 6th and 7th. They don't really want to throw an extra guy in this inning or make him throw longer than an inning. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. I feel like I haven't said that enough today.
Well, and we've just not seen it a lot in this game. It's been one of those games where there's not been many long at bats.
There's not been many swings and misses, honestly.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of called strikes. And that one's in the dirt, ball 2.
And this I think is the kind of ball game Georgia Gwinnett wants to play. They're fine with kind of just being meh for a few innings, and then they, as soon as they see a weakness or they see something have a break go their way, they pounce on it.
And there's called strike 3. That's nice to say. 2 outs on the board now for Landon. Cleared bases. He can focus on the guy at the plate. Up to bat, Caden Smith. He's 1 for 2.
That's big. Hopefully,
That's really big.
Lee can get out of the inning here, and we can see what those Bryan bats have in store for us. But it's gonna take a lot. I know we've got the guys to do it. It's been a struggle all day, uphill battle.
That one just misses up and out for ball 1. Big swing and a miss, strike 1.
And I'll say this for Lee: he's had a rough go about it, but he can get people to bite on these. He's very good at putting these pitches where these batters, either think they're not going to be or they don't want to particularly swing, but they kind of have to.
He hasn't given up any meatballs or anything. He's just had some bad contact not go his way.
Yeah, right there.
And there's a swing, and I think it was a foul tip, either that or a miss, but a strike 2 nonetheless. And a 1-2 count on Caden Smith. And the pitch. Wants to offer, stays back. It's a ball just above the zone. 2-2 count. Count is 2-2. 2 outs. Nobody on. Lee looking to get out of the inning here. And that one was close.
A little low.
Yeah, just a little low. I feel like he's called that for us before, though. Or against us, really.
Full count here.
Full count, yeah. That'll run it 3-2. Landon gets his sign from the catcher. Gets set. And the payoff pitch. Framed it on the outside corner. Doesn't get the call. I think that could have gone either way.
That's tough.
It is tough. That was a runner on. Coach is not moving.
And until he loads up people in scoring position, I wouldn't imagine we'd see him pulled.
Yeah, he's probably got a longer leash at the moment. Our second baseman is playing behind the bag. There's nobody on that side of the infield. I feel like that's bitten us a couple times today, being that far over for either side, because they just hit it in the gaps. Runner goes. Hard grounder. He's going to have to go back where he came from. As Lofton picks up that foul ball off the fence. Now 0-1. This is Joe Quelch. He's 1 for 1. I think he got walked earlier. This will be his third AB, or third plate appearance. Runner dancing at first. Pickoff. Yeah, it's just a bit slower than the guys earlier. Townsend and Allman just had the fastest pickoffs. And Connor Carter. That was how he ended his. He got the only out.
Yeah, Carter's base runner that he threw out was, I don't know if he wasn't taking it too serious, but he went around first really quick, like he was gonna go to second, and then he backed it up by taking this huge lead off.
Yeah.
When he knows he's dealing with a right-handed pitcher, and it was, or excuse me, that would be the other way around, but it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah, Connor definitely caught him sleeping on a good pick too. 0-1 count. And the pitch, runner goes, throws him down, throw is offline, and he will make it there safely. Was a called strike, so it's 0-2 at the plate.
Yeah, that was a good pitch. It was in the zone, and it was pretty close to where Prince needed it to make a good throw there.
Yeah, he threw from his knees, so the throw was just slightly off. If he'd been able to jump up, he might have lasered him. But 0-2 count on Quelch. And the pitch, runner goes to third. Doesn't get the call.
Prince is doing a really nice job of framing these.
Yeah.
That one was a little bit too outside, but
it might have been just a little up. It came across. It was an off speed. It might have been a hair high because it came all the way across the plate. But either way, apparently it just missed, so it's going to be 1-2. And the batter was not swinging on purpose so the runner could go. Now he probably will. He thought he struck out, I think. I thought he was about to strike out.
I don't know what that was.
I think he was prepared to get rung up. He saw what the pitch was, and he's like, oh,
wow.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And we didn't get the call. So 2-2 on what could have been possible strike 3. 2-2, 2 outs, runner on third, and the pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 3. There we go. And we're out of the inning.
Yeah,
5 spot by Georgia Gwinnett.
Lee gets out there. Tough go about it for him. We'll probably see a new reliever. Yeah, I think that's a definite from what I'm seeing from the bullpen now. But yeah, man, we just got to have these bats start coming alive.
Yeah, 9-2. We'll be back in the bottom of the 5th inning. Chance for Bryan Lions to respond with their bats on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we're back with the Lions up to bat in the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Lions for the 2nd time this game is Alex Rollins. Oh, my goodness. And that is Alex Rollins' first career home run on the first pitch of the inning. I called that his last at bat.
Yeah.
I said I see it's coming.
Well, he
there it is.
He ripped one deep to center his last at bat, and you said it might get out of here if he had pulled it
And he pulled it.
And he pulled it. Absolutely. And
I said I thought he had it coming. He did. He hit his first one in live batting in the fall, and there's his first one in an official game.
Okay, where's this? Here it is.
Do it.
Oh, shoot, I forgot.
What do we got?
Oh,
it's too quiet, I think.
Oh, yeah, we got to turn
Is it
the
this
button
one?
on. Hold on.
Oh.
No, it's
Oh, it's the last knob.
Yeah, it is.
That
yeah.
one. There we go.
Yeah, we'll play it now.
It's not too late. There we go.
First career in-game home run. If that doesn't get the troops rallied, I don't know what will.
Yeah, you can see Tyler Cohen, leadoff batter for the Lions, coming back up for his third time around. He's geared up right now. I'm geared up right now, and I'm in the booth. 2-1 count for TC, and a big swing for him. A foul tip straight back, and the guys behind the plate doing the stats. I think that was Noah. Just jumped out of his shoes at that.
So at softball, we sit right behind the plate to call it, and there's like 4 or 5 balls a game that come back there.
They come straight at you.
I mean, they scare you out of your seat.
Noah's very flinchy with those, so they're always joking about it. He's ran in the gun right there. Now it's 2-2 on Tyler Cohen, looking for his first hit. Here it is, and there's another one back-to-back Tyler Cohen. Who said this game was over?
Yeah, nobody. Not after that. Not after those 2 hits.
Leadoff home run by Alex Rollins. A back-to-back shot by Tyler Cohen. And look who's next, Bryson Lofton.
Man, I wish there were some runners on base.
Yes.
2 solo shots, but I'm not going to say no to two pot shots out to left field. And man.
I told you he was fired up. There it is.
My goodness. I mean, talk about some momentum shifting in the right direction.
And that one's up and in on Bryson Lofton for a 1-0 count. Man, I'm amped up right now. I know that dugout is fired. And that one misses inside. Bobo's still having a great eye for the plate, even though he's probably ready to swing for the fences.
I know.
If I were him, I'd be wanting to put one over the scoreboard right now.
Absolutely.
And the 2-0 pitch. And a hot shot to right center field. That might not go. That's off the base of the wall. They might gun him at second. He's there.
Yeah.
And a no-out double. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. Bryson Lofton hits a no-out double and just misses a back-to-back-to-back home run.
I can't believe he went. I didn't think there was any way he was going to go for that. And
that throw was way too high to get him.
Yeah.
He hit that pretty far.
Yeah.
It's probably 360 where he hit it, and he hit the base of the wall.
Yeah, a little further to the right, and we're talking about 3 back-to-back home runs.
Yeah. If he hits it at the scoreboard, that ball's completely out on a line.
Yeah.
Like I think he would have hit the scoreboard directly if he put it there.
Georgia Gwinnett's coach has seen enough of that.
That's a lot of hard hit balls.
Yeah, he's come to the mound to, I guess, just talk it out. But
and this is their starting pitcher, and he's gone 4 innings. He'd only thrown like 66 pitches, but now let me see.
He's not
9 pitches later, 2 home runs and a near third.
Yeah.
Umpire going to break it up. I think he's giving the relievers a chance to warm up because they weren't planning on putting them in this inning, I don't think.
Yeah, crazy what can change in 9 pitches. But, I mean, the line's showing you how their team's constructed. Every guy can hit. I mean, even a guy that gets subbed in here, Rollins goes yard, and you saw last inning Cam Mullins into deep right. This is what they bring, and this is how they can compete with teams like Georgia Gwinnett.
I think that with that home run, everybody on the lineup has hit a home run.
Well, that's awesome.
Except maybe Cam Mullins because he hasn't played much. But I think everybody else who's gotten to play has hit a home run. And Dante Morton is trying to hit his own.
My goodness, the adrenaline is, you can feel it. It's pumping down there.
If I were, what is his name, Ben Harris, I would not try to blow a fastball by these guys right now because I don't think that's going to work. 0-1 count, Dante Morton, and he shows bunt. And misses on it, actually. He holds it down. 0-2 now. Bryson Lofton at second. No outs. A 9-4 game. 5 runs to make up over the next 9 outs for the Lions. That one's off the plate. They thought they got it.
That was a heater
That was close.
to the outside.
I think it was a good call, but it went our way regardless, so I don't have anything to complain about. 1-2 count for Dante Morton. Taking a glance at the runner at second, and the pitch.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Yeah.
That was a slider. He got him swinging on it.
Yeah, Dante trying to keep the train going. Maybe, perhaps just a little bit too much excitement. I mean, I don't blame him. I'd be jazzed as well.
No, when you get that leadoff Rollins home run, follow up by Tyler Colin, Bobo's probably went as far as Rollins home run, based on where he hit it, and Dante wanted to follow it up with another big shot. We
Absolutely.
got Bradley Prince Jr. up to bat. He's 1 for 2. I could see him going deep right now, and I'd be all for it. 9-4, Georgia Gwinnett, and a pickoff. He gets him going the other way, and they're going to do the rundown, and that will be the second out of the inning. That's going to kill a bit of momentum.
Yeah, that's a tough one to get caught in.
It was a good move by the pitcher. Bobo went to take his second lead, and he went and picked back to second base. Got him 10 feet out. Well, 2 outs, 0-1 count. Bradley Prince at the plate. Doesn't mean he can't hit a home run here. That one's off the plate, up and out. He's amped up right now, that pitcher.
Yeah. Good heads-up awareness by that pitcher. I mean, he obviously saw something he really liked when the lead Bobo was taken. And,
The 1-1 pitch. That one's in for a called strike on the outside half. Now 1-2. Bradley going to have to protect the plate. Pitcher getting ready. And the 1-2 pitch. And a grounder off of his foot. Yeah, those hurt. Limping just a little bit. Going to take a second. Still 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Grounded the other way, just foul, excuse me.
Been a little more inside. I think he gets that one. Looked like he reached just a tad.
Yeah, if it was on the plate, I think he put it over the third baseman.
Yep.
1-2 count once again, and the pitch. That one's well in. Oh, my goodness. And he called him on a pitch at his eyes inside. I think the umpire wants to go home, but that's out number 3 for the bottom of the 5th inning. Still, a couple of back-to-back home runs from Alex Rollins, Tyler Colin, and near one by Bryson Lofton. Some excitement. 9-4 game. We'll be back in the top of the 6th. Georgia Gwinnett up to bat on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back, top of the 6th inning. New pitcher for the Lions. We have Chris Bain, also known as Sunshine, the lefty side armor coming in with the golden locks. And he'll be facing Brett Dingus, who is, I believe, a pinch hitter. Must have stayed in the game.
Yeah, I think he did. I believe he got a base hit, so they're probably just going with the hot bat.
He's 0 for 0. I think he walked. Well, let me double check on that. Oh, he was a pinch runner, and now he's pinch hitting. That one's way out of the zone for a ball 1-0 count. And the next pitch called strike 1, 1-1 count. And apparently the guy that Alex Rollins just hit his first career home run off of is the ace for Georgia Gwinnett.
He seemed like the ace. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to assume, but
yeah, apparently he had given up 6 runs the entire year. Alex Rollins was number 7, and then Tyler Collins was number 8.
Yeah. Wow, he's given up half his runs this game?
Yeah.
Okay.
And 2 of them off of solo shots, and 1 of them from a guy who just hit his first career home run.
Yeah, going back to that inning, man, it's a shame. You don't often see 2 home runs in an inning and only 2 runs to show for it. I mean,
you see it a few times in the Bryan lineup. Because sometimes that'll be your 2 hits. And we got a leadoff walk, 3-1 count for Brett Dingus. We got Cohen Wilbanks, the catcher for Georgia Gwinnett, coming in for his 3rd at bat. He's 1 for 2, no strikeout. It's still got Landon Lee on the mound. I guess they haven't updated yet. This is Chris Bain. And thankfully, Chris Bain is a lefty, so he should be able to hold on pretty well. And that one's fly ball to left side. It's going pretty deep. It's going to catch it at the warning track. Hey, drops the ball. Oh, no.
Yeah, I agree with Coach McCauley.
I think he might have gone on transfer.
I think, yeah, I agree, yeah. I don't know exactly what the terminology would be, but I believe he had.
Yeah, made the catch and then.
Yeah.
So, it's on the transfer. If you make the catch and then try to reach in to get it and drop it, that's the transfer. And transfer from glove to hand to throw.
That's kind of what it looked like to me. Is he had it for a good while.
And we get some yelling at the umpire. People not happy with this decision at all. Probably a good thing you can't hear them over the live stream.
I think it was a catch.
He caught it. He kept going. It looked like it fell out when he was trying to pull it out of his glove.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do on the review. I'm not sure that was actually in shot of the camera.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
I think we're zoomed in a little bit more than normal.
Yeah, apologies for the zoom in. We've had to, because of the wind, we've had to strap our camera to a pole today.
Yeah, it got blown down before game 1. It's an expensive camera. Just a little bit. And there's called strike 2 on a bunt.
Yeah, I go back to that, man. I turned my head because he took 2 steps after he caught it.
Yeah, and then he dropped it.
Generally, when you have 2 steps down, I just assume it's a catch and you're recording out.
Yeah, if we're playing NFL, that's a catch.
Yeah.
Take 2 steps, it doesn't matter. You got control.
Yeah.
And that will be a called strike 3 for the first strikeout of the inning, the first out. Now we got first and second, 1 out. If head coach had his way, that'd be the second out of the inning. And they will call it an error by the left fielder.
That's tough.
0-1 count.
Got runners at first and second.
This is Braxton Meguar. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI this game. Continued his hot streak from game 1. And then he showed bunt, kind of shifted over. I think he tried to drag bunt, and he threw a slider to the other side of the plate.
Yeah, good frame there by Prince.
Good pitch, too. It was like the one pitch he couldn't really get to there. It looked like it was inside, and he shifted. 0-2 count on Braxton. Now 1 out. Runners on first and second. A grounder may end the inning here if we can pull one of those. Now we got batter time. He's saying the pitcher took too long at the mound. He wanted the timeout.
No pitch clock in NI, boys.
No pitch clock, no limit on pickoffs, no limit on step-offs. I think the batter gets multiple timeouts still. None of that's been put in NAI. It's in Division I.
Yeah.
So some of these games can run long, but also can be a lower stress when you get more chances to step off and take a breath. It'll be an 0-2 count again, and he steps straight back to second. I think if we'd had a guy ready, he might have thrown him out.
Yeah, he had a pretty long leadoff. I think you might be right.
But he caught Dante looking too. And the pitch, runners go. Third. He did not tag him, I guess. It looked like it might have been in time. So double steal, throw to third. Didn't get him. I think he missed the tag or didn't tag. And a 1-2 count now because he threw that outside. And pinch running for Wilbanks. It should be a courtesy run for Wilbanks because he's the catcher.
Yeah.
And this is that ball's in the dirt for 2-2. Peyton Peoples. Peyton Peoples, the pinch runner.
Interesting name. Good for him. He's out there doing it.
2-2 count now on Braxton. As Chris Bain gets set at the mound. And the pitch. Grounder to the right side. TC gets to this one. He's going to get it right in front of the bag. Steps on the bag while picking it up. Runner will score, so it'll be 10-4. We got the second out. He probably would not have scored if he'd been able to play that cleanly.
It would, yeah.
It would have been close. There would have been a play.
He would have had to keep going back to make that tag at first base. So
it would have been close.
Yeah.
But 2 outs, runner on third. It looks like they just emptied out Little Caesars for pizza after the game.
I think it's Pizza Hut, actually.
Is it Pizza Hut?
Good quality
That's
stuff
true.
down
They're
there.
real close to us.
Good quality stuff down there. None of the cheap stuff.
And there's what I thought would be called strike one. I guess is a ball. So 1-0. Maybe it was a hair low. I'm not sure. Runner taking a huge lead at third. There's a check swing called strike. 1-1 count. Now this one is A.J. Sepkowski. I believe is how we were saying it earlier. I'm already forgetting.
Yeah, I believe it's. I believe we're gonna stick with Sepkowski. I don't know how it's actually pronounced, but.
And there's a 2-seam up and out of the zone. So it's gonna be 2-1 counts. And there's a slider coming back. I'm surprised he didn't get the call. I guess it was low.
Yeah, I think it was a little low.
That'll make it 3-1 in favor of the batter.
Man, we have quickly gotten into just a freezing night for baseball.
Very cold. I need to stand up. 3-1 count. Here comes the pitch. And a grounder to the left side. That is going to be in play and dropped by Bryson Lofton on the bounce. Runner stays at first. Runner from third scores as Dante backs it up cleanly and is able to get to it.
Yeah, that's a hard play. That's a very hard play to make over there at third.
That one he probably should have had. They're gonna rule that an error.
Yeah. After one error in the last game, we've already put 4 up on the board this one.
Yeah, last game was really clean defensively. This game has been another story. Last game, if it was hard contact, this game it's errors. And this one, it's going to be an 0-0 count. Who do we have up to bat? This is Paul Winland Jr. So he has scored unearned on that because of the error.
Yeah. And, I don't think Chris has done a bad job in this inning. I think a bad call. Bad call from our point of view. And
bad call, bad play. I think there's been 2 errors this inning.
Without the bad call, that.
Yeah, well, they ruled that one an error.
Yeah. Well, without the bad call, neither run scores. I mean, it's just that runner on third would have never been there in the first place. So.
And pop fly hit pretty hard. That's going to land on the second hill up above. We are forgetting, though, that he did drop the ball in the end. If he just catches it,
maybe
that itself is an out.
It would have been close.
We can argue with the call, too.
Yeah.
But dropped ball by the left fielder and by third base, and that has allowed a few runs to score. Runner goes to second on that. Bradley Prince has to block the ball in the dirt. So there's no throw. 2-2 count. I think they have a lot of stolen bases this game, or both games. Like probably double digits by now.
They lead the nation.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. They're very aggressive, and they have a lot of good jumps. Even on a lefty pitcher, he's been able to just go. Runner goes to third on the next pitch, and a swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the inning. 2-run score on no hits and 2 errors. 11-4 in favor of Georgia Gwinnett. We'll be back at the bottom of the 6th. Lions a chance to answer on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back for the bottom of the 6th inning. Lions up to bat. Leading off for the Lions, Cade Cahoon, the second baseman. And the first pitch to him is a hard hit ball down the left field line that will land foul over the fence. That one's going in the pond.
Yeah, that poor baseball.
Yeah, there goes another good pearl. Those things aren't cheap, you know.
Yeah.
Now an 0-1 count. He tried to ambush him early and was too early. Next pitch, off speed. He tries to sit back, fouls it the other way. This one goes up the hill. And there's, I think that's Clay. One of the pitchers just running up the hill after it for some reason. Yeah, that's Clay. I recognize that laugh.
Yeah, there's no ambushing here. Cahoon's ready for just about anything he could throw him.
After hitting it early, he sat back on it. That one's up and out for ball 1. Cade's ready for this at bat. I think if he gives him another fastball in the zone. And here's the pitch. There's a slider at his head. If that cuts back across, I'm sure he'd ring him up. That one misses inside 2. Full count.
Cade, after starting off 2 fouls, has watched 3 straight go by. Loads it up.
3-2, and the payoff pitch.
Ooh, that
foul
hurts.
tipped off his foot. I know how that feels. That is not fun. Still 3-2 count on Cade Cahoon. This is still the same starter from Georgia Gwinnett, Ben Harris. Apparently he is their ace. And the pitch, payoff pitch. No way. That was well inside. Should have been ball 4. Rings him up for strike 3. And the first out of the inning. 1 out, no one on. Cade Cook at the plate.
Interesting.
Cade Cook is 1 for 1 with an RBI this game. I think this is his 3rd time through.
I think you're right. I think this is third time through the order.
So he had to have walked. He nearly got hit in the head earlier.
Yeah.
There's a slider called strike. Outside corner, I guess. 0-1 count. And the pitch. That one misses. Must be low for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. Hard hit ball. Hit high, actually. It might have been more of a bloop hit.
Yeah.
That'll be caught by the shortstop and shallow left center for out number 2.
I'll give them a compliment here. Georgia Gwinnett, an excellent fielding team. They get to a lot of balls that a lot of teams might not.
Yeah, they've got a lot of range in their outfield. And their shortstop. I guess he was the one who actually caught that. 2 outs now. Up to bat, we have Cameron Mullins. He's 1 for 2. Got his first hit earlier. That single. If only we'd had those home runs following up those guys on the bags. That would have been probably a lead changer, honestly.
Sometimes just not the way, just not your day.
It's not how it goes.
Yeah.
Imagine how big it would have been if we loaded the bases and Alex Rollins' first home run was a grand slam.
Been awesome.
That would have been awesome. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the inning on 3 pitches to Cameron Mullins.
And we're heading for the home stretch.
Yeah, we're heading to the last inning. Well, that's it for for the bottom of the 6th inning. We'll be back in the top of the 7th. Georgia Gwinnett up to bat on the Bryan Lions Radio Network. And we are back top of the 7th inning, 11-4. Georgia Gwinnett. Georgia Gwinnett up to bat again, leading off Jackson Cobb. He's 0 for 3 this game with 2 strikeouts. And we have Luke Townsend on the mound for his double duty. He and, who was it earlier?
Everett.
Tanner Everett had both pitched an inning in the first. Actually, Luke Townsend only threw in third of an inning. He came in to clean up one of them. Tanner Everett did throw a complete inning in both games.
I was hoping to get to see our boy Ryan pitch.
I was hoping to see my roommate Ryan pitch. It would have been his second outing for varsity. We had McCarty throw in the last game in the 9th inning. But I guess 11-4, they want to throw out a guy who's already been out there, so don't use another arm.
Yeah.
And a 3-0 to start the at-bat, and then a foul tip. I guess he was not okay with taking a ball 4 right there.
Yeah.
3-0, and he swings for foul tip.
Yeah, that occurs to me that was probably a little high.
Yeah, that might have been ball 4. Regardless, you usually don't swing on 3-0. Still, now it's 3-1. Helped out Townsend a little bit, keeping the at-bat going. Man, it is cold.
Yeah, good mound visit, guys.
Yeah, we're right at the 2-hour mark on the live stream. I think that means we're probably hour 40 into the game.
Yeah,
6 innings in.
Like yeah.
It's not a super long 7-inning game, but
Yeah,
when you've been here.
This is the last inning, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, in the first game, 3.5 hours after being like sub 2 for the first half. It was like between an hour and a half for the first half, and then 3.5 total. Long game. And he walked him on the next pitch. We'll have a pinch runner. He was a pinch hitter, actually, so that might be Cobb going back in.
Yeah.
That was not Cobb. I read out his name, but then they changed it for the pinch hitter. This is Henry Daniels was the pinch hitter, and then I'm assuming Cobb went to the base pads for him. Yeah, Cobb is back on first base. Batting next, Caden Smith. He's 1 for 2, and that one will hit him.
Luke Townsend just a little bit, a little bit antsy, a little bit wild right now.
Yeah.
Just needs to.
Your second out of the day.
Yeah.
You don't usually throw 2 outings in a day.
It
kind of happens.
Yeah.
It's a new batter once again. Joe Quelch, 1 for 2, strikeout in the day and an RBI. Now, first and second, no outs. I guess you could get a triple play and get out of the inning. That's technically possible.
I'd love to see it.
It would be nice.
I'd love to witness one live in person. Never seen one.
How about like a double steal and a line drive right to our second baseman?
That'd work.
And then we could triple them up.
The only one I've ever seen like on TV live was the Phillies one back in, was that 08? Something like that.
I know I saw Braves one the last few years. Actually, I think there was an unassisted triple play recently in the last couple of years where it was a line drive to the first baseman. I think he stepped on the bag and tagged somebody. Something like, I don't remember the full scenario on that. That one misses inside. 3-0 on Townsend.
And Townsend, calm down. Just hit your strike zone. Obviously, easier said than done. I couldn't do it.
That one's in for strike 1. That one's a no doubt. At least he wasn't swinging on the 3-0. Unlike Mr. Leadoff guy right there.
That's pretty unbelievable.
3-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 4. So 3 straight walks, 2 walks a hit by pitch. And
yeah, we may be seeing a pitcher change here.
Yeah, there's head coach Clint McCauley coming out. He's not happy with what he's just seen. I'm not sure if he's calling him out now, but he might be giving time for whoever was next in the pen.
They don't look to be warming up down there. I don't see anybody throwing. Everybody's kind of sitting. I think this is the plan for inning 7.
Yeah, they don't think they wanted to throw another guy, which is why Townsend came in.
Yeah.
Townsend back on the mound. This is Brett Dingus for his second AB. The first pitch to him is a called strike 1. Got bases loaded, no outs. That one's off the plate for ball 1. Maybe a slider he yanked.
Yeah, I think Townsend just missing his spots a little bit.
Now 1-1 count. And the pitch. And the dirt past the catcher. That will move every runner up and score a run.
Yeah, that Bryan backstop doesn't exactly bounce balls back to the catcher there. It
not on the ground like that.
Just kind of deads him, makes him sit in place.
If you throw it right over the catcher, there's a chance it'll come right back to you. We've seen unlucky bounces for the other team getting it right back and getting us. But it doesn't seem to help us most of the time. 2-1 counts on Brett Dingus. Now second and third, no force play, no outs. And there's strike 2. 2-2 count. 2 outs. And the pitch from Townsend. Swinging a foul tip. Remains 2-2. And another 2-2 count. He yanks that one for ball 3. That'll run the count full.
Yeah. Yeah, this kind of, yeah, it does.
3-2, Townsend, the payoff pitch.
Oh, my
He
goodness.
lines it up the middle on what would have been ball 4.
Didn't even.
He didn't need to hit it, no.
No, not only did he not need to hit it.
He got him a second.
Yeah, they got him.
They got too aggressive on that. I guess that happens when you're now up 14-4.
Yeah.
So a 2 RBI single thrown out at second for the first out of the game.
He didn't. Yeah. He didn't need to hit it, or he didn't need to hit it, but he also just kind of, he just didn't even go around. He just kind of stopped his bat in the zone.
The ball was in the other batter's box.
Yeah.
It was ball 4, and he had to fully extend his body to put bat on ball, which is why he just blooped it out of the infield right there. Goodness. He was in, I guess that was his first hit of the day. He was really antsy for it. But an 0-1 count. This would be Cohen Wilbanks, and he hits a fly ball to left field. The left fielder will catch that one.
Fielded cleanly. Nice play.
Overthrows our shortstop, but it didn't matter in this case. Now 2 outs for Luke Townsend. 10-run game now, 14-4. It was a 4-1 game back in the 3rd, 4-2 game in the 4th. Got blown open in the 5th. And a grounder, hard ground to the left side, fielded by Bobo.
You got some speed
Throw
on
to
him.
first. He did get him. I believe he got him. There's the call.
Yeah, that runner had some speed on him.
Yeah, he was moving.
Good throw by Bryson.
That will end the top of the 7th inning. We'll be back with a final chance to hit for the Lions, 14-4. We'll be back on the Bryan Lions Radio Network.
Here we go.
And we are back, bottom of the 7th inning. The last chance for the Lions to hit. Leading off for the Lions, we have Logan Stradley, the right fielder today. He's over 2 with a strikeout this game, looking for his first hit.
Yeah.
Would be a big leadoff shot for the Lions if he just gets a hit and gets on base.
And we're going to need them to round the bases several times here.
Fights this one back for strike 1.
Not impossible. But, you know.
Possible to score 10, be very difficult.
One hit at a time.
This is still their ace, Ben Harris, and for his 7th inning of work, he's trying to throw a complete game and nearly hits Stradley in the head right there. He has thrown, that should be his 100th pitch right there.
Going for the complete game. Good for him.
He just hit 100. And he's given up half of his runs this season in this game, and that was a check swing. Did he go? He did not go. 2-1 now for Stradley. A good hold for him. That one's a pass ball. 3-1 now on Stradley. He's looking only for a meatball to swing at. And the 3-1 pitch. Big swing and a foul tip. Ought to run the count full. And the payoff pitch up at his eyes for ball 4.
There it is. That's what we needed.
Leadoff walk always works.
Yep.
Stradley's fast. We need to steal like they do.
Georgia Gwinnett stealing is more just because they get so many guys on that third base, and it just makes it impossible to throw people out at second.
We had the one double play, and then they almost never gave us another chance. And a hard hit line drive to shallow center field. It'll be caught by the center fielder. And the throw to first base trying to gun Stradley down. Not in time. I think we need to pull a trick from the Matrix and move like they do.
Yeah.
He needs to get to second.
Tell you, Rollins came in today. He hit the home run, came in, but both.
Oh, that was
hits,
Rollins just now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both hits that he had that were outs. Really nice contact, both of them.
Both times he got both hits or both outs. Yeah, were both hard contact center field. One went over him. One went in front of him. Would have landed or could have landed.
Yeah.
And the other one was a nuke. He has not swung and missed today. Actually, all 3 have been first pitch swings.
Yeah.
He has not swung and missed.
Sounds about right.
There's a swing and miss.
And we're back to the top of the order. This is
Tyler Colin.
This is how you could do it.
Hey, he hit a bomb in his last at bat too to follow up Rollins.
Yep.
1 for 3 on the day with his 1 RBI, 1 strikeout. Be a chance for 2 RBIs right here. And a grounder, foul ball, just foul. (0-2) count still on Tyler Colin. And the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt, Stradley's going to go to second. Still doesn't have the ball yet, rounding second. And he's not going to go to third. If he had tried to steal on that pitch, he would have been at third base.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't try to steal.
Yeah, you might as well send him at this point, right?
1-2 count now on Tyler Colin. No force play, except at first, and a double play. And that one nearly hits in the head. Almost all of his misses, I feel like, are at the eyes, like at the helmet.
He tries to throw that whatever off-speed curveball slider thing. He tries to start it way high up and then bring it down into the zone.
Yeah. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball off the plate. That'll run the count full. (3-2) on Tyler Colin. And the payoff pitch. Grounder over the left side. Hard hit. Stradley going to stop between the bags. He is going to get Tyler Colin at first base. What a throw.
Heck of a play there.
Wow.
An absolute...
that was a cannon.
Yeah, absolute cannon on him. I mean, that was made from the furthest point of fair territory from third base all the way to first.
Yeah, I didn't think he had a chance at first.
Yep.
I'm not sure Tyler Colin was running full throttle because of where it was.
Yep.
Up to bat next, Bryson Lofton. He's 1 for 3 this game with a strikeout. And this one's up above. His last at bat was a hit that nearly was a home run as well. I think his went as far as the other two, just not in the right way, not in the right place. Now 1-0 count on Lofton. And this one's popped up, nearly hits the light pole. That'll land just behind the road. Still waiting for Lofton's first home run this doubleheader. It's got to have one.
Yeah, hadn't had one. I'm worried that might be a curse. Every game I've watched, I don't think he's homered in. So
there's a swing and a miss, strike 2.
That's concerning since he has 12 of them on the season.
I think he's hitting at least one of them. You were there for when Darwin hit 3.
Yeah, that's true.
In that one, and I know Bobo hit one in that series.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I have seen one. You're probably right.
It's been a while though.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one live in a minute, but we've had a lot of away series.
Yep. And I think the Lions are down to their last out here.
We are down to our last out. 2-2 count on Lofton, and the pitch, hard hit, very foul. That is putting those cars at the top of the hill in trouble.
Yeah, that's interesting. You don't often see that.
That ball went pretty far foul. And still a 2-2 count on Lofton. He's fighting off. Ben Harris trying to throw a complete game. He's at 112 plus 6, I think, 118 pitches. And that is going to be another one. He should be somewhere around 120. I think that was pitch, what, 7 of the AB?
Yeah, that feels about right.
So he's at like
count. Yeah,
119,
2 fouls.
120.
Yep.
And the payoff pitch to Lofton. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the game. Final score, Georgia Gwinnett 14, Lions 4. 14 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. 4 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors given up by the Lions. That's it for the doubleheader with Georgia Gwinnett, and I believe for baseball this weekend for the Lions. We'll be back next week.
Reinhardt game. That's on the road, though.
On the road, so I don't know when the next home game is. We'll be back for that. It'll be scheduled on the YouTube channel. And we'll see y'all next time on the Lions Radio Network.